I saw you there wishing for some tech news. Well, call me James the Genius.
It says Genie.
I don't get it. Oh, Genie. Oh, I get it.
Your wish is my command. Bam! NVIDIA's RTX 40 series GPUs could be arriving sooner than expected if some reports from the industry insiders are to be believed. And while you may be inclined to think that this is bad news, as if the market needed more overpriced flagship graphics cards, there might be a little nugget of hope hidden in there, like a congealed lump of brown sugar in an otherwise second-rate pastry, or like those little clumps in your hot chocolate that you try to spoon on the side. Anyway, these reports indicate that NVIDIA may be getting additional foundries like TSMC and ASE technology to help produce chips, in addition to Samsung, which could alleviate some of the strain on supply when the 40 series cards launch sometime in 2022. I mean, that's a lot of time. That's a whole year. NVIDIA is also expected to launch refreshed versions of some of its old cards, including an RTX 3090 Ti and a 12GB, for some reason, RTX 2060. And then there's new gaming GPUs from Chinese company InnoSilicon. Innovation, silicon, together, which could address some of the demand in China. So if you find yourself spiraling into sadness because it seems like you'll be stuck with your GTX 970 forever, remember, frames don't win games. You do, baby. Okay, frames, they sometimes win. You're screwed. Google's Pixel 6 is a proper upper class, can we still say that, flagship phone, and accordingly, some users are reporting it simply refuses to charge with cables it deems low quality. The phone reportedly doesn't even bother to give a warning message. It just sits there, inert, with a cheap USB-C cable plugged in as if it didn't feel a thing. A Google support page does warn that some cables and power adapters may not work with Pixel phones, so it's likely that this is a feature, not a bug. As Android Police points out, while this may be annoying for Pixel 6 owners who got a cheap cable for a steal of a deal on Black Friday online, low quality cables that charge your devices very slowly can damage batteries. It just would have been nice if Google actually included a cable or an adapter in the box, at least a cable, if they were going to roll this feature out with the Pixel 6. As is, this all looks like Google was trying to pull a hilarious prank on us. What, you're at 1%? Just joking, you're at 0. Gotcha! And Qualcomm has announced its latest flagship ARM-based CPU along with the new naming scheme. The new chip is called the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1, which is so much easier than just Snapdragon 898, or whatever they were going to call this before. That was sarcasm. Along with faster performance, the 8 Gen 1 will bring support for always-on cameras and phones, which I'm assuming is something that almost no one asked for. We're gonna have to start taping over our phone cameras like we do with laptops. But the really cool Qualcomm news is leaked slides showing a dev kit for the Android handheld gaming device it's building in collaboration with Razer. It apparently runs a gaming-focused Snapdragon G3X chip and is horribly ugly. I mean, what is that? It's like they looked at the Steam Deck and asked, how do we make this worse? Now it's time for the best, the Quick Bits, brought to you by the Drop Sennheiser HD8XX headphones. They're based on the well-loved HD800S, aka the Booze, with a new blue colorway, added low-end extension, and adjusted driver damping for superior audio balance. Their open-back design allows auditorium-like acoustics for accurate sound reproduction, and they come with a detachable 10-foot cable with a 1/4-inch plug. So order yours today at the link below, or just keep listening to garbage. Quick Bits, honestly, no joke. It's the Quick Bits, no word of a lie, fella. Twitter's new policy on sharing private media has caused some confusion, with many reporting the Bird app is banning posting images or video of people without their consent. But this is highly inaccurate. The platform will still allow anyone to post any media they like, but users can now request specific images and video of themselves to be taken down. The move is meant to reduce harassment, much like Twitch's new machine learning tool that will flag people in chat that it suspects may be trying to avoid bans by using alternate accounts. Troll hunting season is apparently open. The most dangerous game. Are you a member of the healthy community that Microsoft somehow managed to develop around their Chromium-based Edge browser? Well, f you. Because now Microsoft has built in a buy now, pay later tool called Zip. Part of what makes Edge so attractive is its lightweight nature, so adding what is essentially bloatware is a classic way to anger users and remind us all that the old Microsoft is still in there somewhere. They'll get you on Bing yet, just wait. The UK's Competition and Markets Authority has told Facebook, Meta, that it must sell GIF sharing platform Giphy after, is it Giphy? That actually makes more sense. After finding that the acquisition, completed last year, could reduce competition between social platforms. Meta says they'll appeal the decision, obviously, which represents the first time the CMA has blocked a major tech deal. And it may not be the last either. Editor, can you put a thought bubble up here with NVIDIA and ARM? That's what I'm referencing. That's not happening. You may have seen some sensational headlines this week claiming that researchers had created living robots out of frog stem cells that could reproduce. And while the little critters are impressive and cute, as Ars Technica points out, they're not really reproducing. They can spin around in circles, which can end up collecting a bunch of other loose stem cells into a ball, which scientists can then manipulate into the same Pac-Man shape as the other so-called xenobots. So while this is undoubtedly cool, who doesn't like a ball? I wouldn't be worried about swarms of self-replicating frog balls taking over your town just yet. I would be worried about this eco-friendly plastic alternative though, because it's made with vegetable oil and salmon sperm. Not even in my top 10 list of fish sperm. But generally, with plastics possibly decreasing sperm counts, we'd probably run out of material before long. Is this even food safe? It's no longer safe to continue this episode, so come back on Friday for more tech news, and I'll give you one more wish. You can only use it for tech news.